It took a while, but the hall has updated. Okay, what have we got here? In the main hall, we have the bulk of the Crusader ships, starting on the left-hand side with the Crusader Ares Inferno. This is a heavy fighter with some inbuilt missiles underneath and a gigantic Gatling gun on the shoulder. Flight characteristics wise, the Ares are a little bit sluggish compared to medium fighters, but they absolutely pack a punch in the DPS department. No frames in this hall. The sister ship to the Inferno is the Ares Ion. Very similar design language, a little less mean, but has a giant laser cannon in place of the Gatling gun. These ships are mostly designed to dispose of larger targets. In the center, we have this trio of the Crusader Hercules Starlifters. In the center, we have the C2, which has the second highest cargo capacity in the game, with ample space for all of the largest ground vehicles in the game. The M2 variant has slightly more armaments and armor, and the A2 is absolutely covered in guns. And although I can't get inside right now, it has the benefit of being able to drop size 10 bombs on all of your enemies. The Crusader ships continue into Hall 2, where you can check out the Crusader C1 Spirit. Many of the community consider this a great daily driver. It's got a very cool entrance, revealing a modest cargo bay, the iconic never-ending Crusader hallway, some escape pods, beds for two, and a twin-seat cockpit. The Spirit series is the newest ships from Crusader, the second of which that's been added to the game is the A1 Spirit, the bomber variant. I have reviewed this one already, link in the top corner for you. The final ship in the Crusader lineup is the Mercury Star Runner, also known as the MSR. This cool, asymmetric data running ship doubles as a medium cargo runner. Its cargo area has ample room for a variety of vehicles, and this ship is covered in secret access ports and crawl spaces. On to the next hall. In this hall, we have the Mirai lineup, along with the military MISC ships. The Mirai Fury is a tiny and powerful little ship, and comes equipped with small laser repeaters and a few missiles to boot. The other military Mirai Fury is the MX. This just has a boatload of missiles. The Mirai Razor EX is a stealth fighter and probably one of my favourite ships in the game. It's incredibly fast and great fun to race, although it does lack in the DPS department. This is actually the first time I've seen the Mirai Pulse. I think it's a good looking hoverbike. I particularly like the headlights. The Mirai Pulse are some of the newest vehicles added to the game. This version has a small inbuilt laser Gatling gun, and they have another variant that's not displayed here, which is a racing alternative. MISC is the original and sister company of Mirai, and they have a few military ships, including the MISC Reliant Tana, the Freelancer MISC, which is a missile boat version of the Freelancer, and finally the gigantic Starfarer Gemini. The story is that the original Starfarer was built, but the military didn't want to deal with MISC directly, so they ended up taking on Aegis, who basically stuck some extra missiles, weapons, and armor on this in order to use it for military contracting. There's also a racing version of the Fury, which I'll link in the top corner for you. And finally, hup, down the steps, you can rent a variety of Tumbril Cyclones, although in my opinion, this is the only one worth getting. Because it has missiles, and a big gun for a friend on the back. The Nova Tank is the biggest and most powerful ground vehicle in the game, with a separate pilot, co-pilot, and cannon seat. Tumbril also recently announced their Storm Tank and the Storm Anti-Air Tank. And finally, in the Holo Viewer, you can see a gigantic Tumbril Ranger. This will be the first wheeled bike in the game. Let's check out the website. On the website we have an array of Crusader, Tumbril, MISC and Mirai vehicles showcasing as usual, and you can of course purchase all of the Crusader ships that we saw here today, along with all of the Tumbril ships as well as the Ranger TR. And if the Cyclone is anything to go by, the TR version's probably the one you want. Hopping over to upgrades, the Warbond ship of the day is the Starfarer Gemini, which you can save $20 on. Hopefully you found this video useful, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching everybody, and bye bye!